YouTubers. So I wanted to give you my thoughts on some of the different Black Friday stuff you're gonna see. You're gonna see a lot of these videos from me. Um, so I, over the years, have had a lot of Samsung products, LG, Sony. Usually, try to go with a better quality brand. And I actually have one of the bigger brothers of this exact TV. So I will tell you that a 43-inch 4K TV for $279, that's a pretty good deal. Now, there's positive and negatives to this. So you need to make sure, if you decide to buy this, that this is actually a big enough TV for you. If you've been happy with your 42-inch TV, hey, you probably will enjoy upgrading to this. But things to consider: the further away you sit from this TV, the less likely you're really going to appreciate the difference from 4K or from HD to 4K or 1080p to 2160p. Seems to me, to be honest with you, there's a point where you really start to notice it a little bit better. Let's say 55, 60 inches in there, and then you go, okay, I can see it a lot better. But when all those pixels are, kind of packed in there, that smaller screen, not going to make as big a deal. Is this TV, though it has HDR, which will be a plus over 1080p. It's not OLED, and it's not Dolby Vision, so you will get definitely better colors, contrasts. The blacks will look blacker, but it's not the ultimate, if you ask me. So let's take a look at some of the other features of this, and I may hopefully they'll pop up what my other complaints are. So here's one nice little thing. Not that this necessarily is exclusive with this, but if you're going to cut the cable, you get a nice 30 days here with Sling TV. And I don't know if this is the blue and the orange package. I think honestly, the one that I did was only 10 days long, but that one was both. So that's a pretty good deal for that. And you can almost further discount this TV quite a bit just for that reason. Alright, so going through here, HDR10, nothing about Dolby Vision, obviously. It's not a lot of TVs out there that have Dolby Vision, to be honest with you. Not what you would hope for yet. So, actually your TV's 42.5 inches, not exactly 43, so that's kind of a bummer. They round up. Now, the smart TV in here, you will actually love that. Though some of the apps do not actually give you all your 4K content, and you may end up with having to buy a separate Roku, so that's kind of a bummer. You will have your USB, so you can watch quite a few videos, music, etc. Can't honestly at the moment remember if it plays all the different video types that you would like. So if you have a lot of ripped movies, or you've taken your Blu-ray collection and ripped that to different file types, then I'm not sure this one plays all of them that great. There are some of the higher quality ones that I don't remember playing so good. So you may need a separate device to take advantage of all that stuff. So the motion rate 120. I've been pretty happy, I gotta say, with the picture quality and how fluid that picture is. Okay, so they do have this in here. This sucks. This is almost a reason not to buy it. However, if you're one of those kind of people that don't really need a bunch of inputs. You figure right here, if you're only going to have a cable box and a 4K Blu-ray player, then you're set. You only need the two. However, most likely you may have an Xbox, you may have a PlayStation, you may have Apple 4K box, all these different things, and then you got to go buy a switcher, make sure it's 4K compatible. It's just a pain in the ass. So that is almost a deal breaker right there. And that is probably my biggest negative about this TV in general. And I don't really have any other complaints except for the small amount of HDMI's in there. Now, obviously, if you have the Sling app or Sony PlayStation app or some of the Sony PlayStation View app or some of the other apps out there, you will not need that cable box. So there are some positives. But all right, so that's my thoughts on it. I do recommend buying this if you have the right location. So this is a good bedroom TV. This is not really good for a very large living room. Do your homework, figure out what your viewing distance is going to be. If you have a really long, let's say, living room to the kitchen, this TV is going to actually look pretty small from the kitchen. So you will get what you pay for, though you are getting a higher quality picture and a better built one than some of the other stuff out there. Just be careful. All right.